a lot of money, and as nice as it is to win that clutch, you could see just a sigh of relief.
That was a long time.
They're already kind of economically in a tough spot. NiP can just win this one round and break them.
To clear everything, so just had to go for the safe plant.
Yeah, that's the upside right now. Absolutely true.
Okay, well, so we love that Liquid
I'm
aggression,
impressed
but
with
that actually almost
how well
backfired,
Liquid are
didn't it?
prepared for some of these retakes on the bomb sites. I think that's a lot of fun to see. We've had in the pistol in the follow-up second round. If that keeps going, and now you have to ask the question, do they have the same kind of preparation on B? Do they have the same sort of, cool little boost, little grenade, little knowing how to throw the Molotov correctly?
Yeah, that's the
if they
upside
do,
right now.
that's a powerful way to play both these bomb sites.
I'm sure they do. I think the one problem with the kind of idea is Twist as the anchor of that bomb site has to survive, and he's already been picked off. And this is a thing, like no matter what plan you have, to lose the bomb site this quickly and this convincingly is a really tough place to be. NAF gets caught out, but he still wins the initial fight. There is one more player, Elige with the trades, but still a man advantage as Nock continues over at B.
We've been talking a lot about Nock so far on this NiP lineup. And, well, there's part of the reason why. Really good entry, and then the follow-up as well. Bomb goes down, and Liquid, you said it, the money not looking that great. So those two M4s, one of them is swapped out for an MP9. I think they, might want to think about saving them. It's going to be a really rough retake here. Nock doing more, and that's a quad kill right then and there. That's a fantastic round out of him. And that's some of what they seem to not really have NiP when they were playing as FaZe. They didn't seem to have that many rounds where they could really break through.
Yeah.
And Liquid obviously has that insane level of firepower, so it's nice to see that NiP are able to step it up in that direction as well, just early on here.
Well, Nock continues to be impressive, and I think the big deal about that one is those kills in that round one, it kind of completes the cycle of Lekro in the previous one. It actually makes those kills after the fact, even in losing that round, more impactful, because this is the reset scenario for Liquid, and it's a brutal one. I mean, you have Elige and Nitro's at 1,400, Stewie 2K is at 1,450, Elige is less than 2,000 as well, and they're hurting all across the board, and it might be, double save territory.
Yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it. Just continuing on Lekro's legacy there. What is that? It's a growing trend, isn't it, Jason, of bringing toys, little teddies to...
There's a few out there that always come in, the good luck charms. So 3-1, and I mean, this is just going to be interesting to watch NiP. That's the story for me today about this team, is which one are we getting? The NiP that came in on the first day, or the NiP that what we saw yesterday against MIBR, when they got a little bit of wind in their sails and they got a little bit of confidence, they looked much better and much more proactive across the map. We need that NiP to be here today.
Yeah, exactly right. And I mean, it's exciting, and it's part of the story right now that I guess we're learning a little bit about NiP, is how much can they actually do that? And they were able to show that yesterday. You're absolutely right. Now, if they can continue today, and it doesn't have to be them losing an entire map, that they can actually start to feel a little bit better, that would be great. So let's just see how this unfolds. A lot of Kriegs and that 1 AWP in play for the NiP side, and Liquid did force into the round, or whatever they could here. It's pistols and armor, but...
Now, when they were at their best, Team Liquid, they were one of the greatest teams at winning rounds just like this. These low economy rounds where they force up into it. See if they have one in them here. Elige just right behind the corner, peering through the sandbags and backing off now. He's got Stewie in support along the wall. A small crossfire, but as we saw earlier, that first player has to survive long enough for the trap to be sprung.
Deagle on one side, Krieg on the other side. Not exactly great if you're on the Deagle, is it? Just a lot more bullets coming through if you are not careful.
Hard part is they don't really have a whole lot of utility. NAF has a Molotov. That's a great shot from Nock. He's been spectacular in the entry kills.
Yeah, so valuable at the moment. 45 seconds, and that's a lot of time on Vertigo. Maybe on a couple of other maps you could say, oh, we've got to start to get a little bit worried. You can go a long way here with 40 seconds, but they might be making a good choice regardless. They might not have to fight for anything. And for Liquid even, it kind of makes sense, because if they don't actually lose the pistols and the armor, they can just bring them into the next round.
Yeah, it's just like the standard gamble stack. And even if Nitro is rotating back right now, even when he sees the utility coming out, I imagine they're going to back away. This does not seem like a fight that it's worth sticking around for. He's going to go for it, though. Oh, maybe with the timing. Excuse me, I was wrong. With the time on the round, he wanted to see if he could stop the plant. But now he's going to back away.
That was an exciting play. I like that. Yeah, but I agree. He should definitely back away now, because there's absolutely no way to get through that smoke wall. And again, these pistols could be interesting later on. Yeah, there's a push. We have seen this one before. And yeah, even to some good effect in the past. NiP will take down Plopsky, so a little bit of damage being inflicted this time, but they're slowly trying to get away from the bomb site. If they can save all of the armor and the pistols, then they're still pretty dangerous the next round. But good call for NiP. Really careful play, really just making sure that they didn't run into the entire stack.
That's a big trade to deny the weapon over to Stewie. Good job from Lekro to protect the downed weaponry, and NiP's got their second. 3-2, still in the favor of Team Liquid, but still far away, another round away from getting the rifles back in hand. So a good start to NiP, and I mean, much needed for a team that has struggled to recover from starting slow, but this is quite nice to have an early economic advantage on the T side.
Yeah, I mean, and again, just not having to be really, really far behind and not having to struggle with the money. I mean, this has been the main topic, hasn't it, for NiP so far in this tournament, just trying to keep that alive. NiP goes down, and Nitro at least get the refrag there on Lekro. So now they have... yeah, a little bit of a chance, and he actually got the Krieg. Ooh.
Yeah, that Krieg is gonna that can play a big part in Nitro's hands. Again, it's all about reading where the action is going to come in, though. But Liquid's done a pretty good job of that. At the moment, we can see pretty much everyone converging towards a Twist, Rez, and Knock working their way up the ramp, and Nitro's going to be there as well on the defense with his Krieg.
Yeah, started the group in. They have so many grenades. I think that's going to be the thing that's going to make it very, very tough for Liquid to do much of anything. Same boost being attempted. Last time they had a second man up here to go even further over the smoke, and this time he's going to have to make do with a jump. That's not easy to do at all. Not able to find any kills. The bomb will go down without being denied, which I think is a welcome change for NiP. And they should be able to hold this no problem, right?
Yeah, well, their utility usage at the moment, not just in defense, but in taking the bomb site, has been spectacular. They neutralized the fact that Nitro had the weapon, and he can't even try and fight. Now that his teammates are going down, there's no reason for him to even peek in. So another good round from NiP, avoiding the danger. The smokes were absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that Krieg, I mean, it's going to help them next time around anyway, but just never really able to put it into use. And obviously Liquid didn't have all of the fireworks that they had in some of those previous rounds. Just
yeah, no utility to delay anything. I mean, no real weaponry to get too aggressive. So we're all tied up. Guns coming out, though, around that Krieg. M4 on Twist is going to be grabbed. A little bit of nades will add in as well. So a strong buy coming in for Team Liquid.
Still continuing to see some really cool just opening shots from Nok. Seem really accurate.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, again, if you just get... I mean, anytime you get one kill per round, it's amazing. But if that kill is also the entry kill, you just, you know, open up 3 or 4 rounds and a half. That's worth so much.
Yeah, you could say that for sure. Stewie, utility toss out to delay anything fast. And NiP again just gonna wait it out. Wait out this early stage of the round. But all 5 players here. This is the final. I mean, they've already chosen their destination at this A bomb site. No one even close to B. And for Liquid, it's only Twist there. So 4 players again to defend this bomb site.
Stuart, this is so aggressive. There's so many angles. Actually, Lee's there to help them. They're still pushing. They got all 3 men here. One of them going down at Stewie, but that's really a lot of aggression for Liquid.
Well, I think the entire point of that aggression is to cover the fact that they wanted to push Nitro up along this angle. He's got the first kill. I think he needs 1 more to make it effective. Another trade, and Elige might be overcommitted, but he's added on top. Trades all along for NiP, and it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, NiP is right up there. As a flashbang, could set himself up for something interesting, but it looks like he's slowly sliding into the corner. And this is actually kind of a next level play, because if they've already had 3 at ramp, it's unlikely they would also have a guy at sandbags. He's still got a Molotov in. That is some great heads-up play for NiP, pushing him out and getting him down. That's so well thought out. You could have easily overlooked that. That could have easily been just a mistake of assumption. You just say, that's fine. They're not going to be there. Really, really well played. 30 seconds now. Twist in position. Could maybe have a bit of a fight at him here. Maybe just if they could, one at a time. Oh, bomb out first. He gets the one in the follow-up as well. That, for everything they try to follow through, I mean, the Molotov in the corner, all of those things, so just one little mistake at the end.
Well, I mean, you can see why they were so aware to even Molotov the sandbags, going through all those, and you miss that one small detail. No one clears hard left before that plant comes in. Everything else at the A bomb site was accounted for. They had smokes and Molotovs up behind them. This is insane amounts of aggression for Team Liquid. That easily could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
A big clutch from Twists.
They're going to be very happy about that. I think, I don't know, yeah, again, if they flash that corner or anything, it's not working
Or
out
just
well.
hard clear it, some kind of damage for the second guy. And that's why it's there's one small detail they miss and it gets punished.
But NiP actually have money for another buy, which something they haven't had to, or something throughout the last couple of series they've been playing here today, or yesterday and the day before. They've been struggling with that economy all throughout, so just that alone, I think, must be a welcome change of pace and something that will help them out. Looks like it's going to be just a straight execute. They have the ramp, there's no aggression, and they're just going to throw in all the grenades here. Will they actually follow up with any kind of a speed? That smoke is their own smoke. And looks like they're setting up for a very creative triple boost to look all the way on top. Oh man, if that works out, that would be beautiful.
Yeah, that would, well, that'd be really unfortunate if you're Stewie or Nitro seem like the closest candidates to jump into that position, but no one really budging for it just yet. 45 seconds on the clock. Rez and Lekro going to start pushing around the corner. Elish and Twist just now clearing the B bomb site, but the hit is here. It's on the other side. So 3 players kind of here. Nath and Elish and CT spawn, but it's going to have to be a retake. So once again, Liquid's plan, the coordination of their utility, it's all going to get tested. And Nitro's already gone down through smoke.
Yeah, so a nice kill. Elish has also a Molotov just shown up now. So if you throw that at the right time, just as the bomb is being attempted, this could be an absolute disaster for NiP. 15 seconds on the clock. Are they able to do it? I think he already used it, so now they should be able to get that bomb plant down without any interruption. Twist will drop, Nork gets a kill and Rez, and this is a great defense while the bomb is being planted. Nork will follow it up once again, and this is looking so much better for NiP. Very, very patient, waiting around outside of the day bomb for a long time.
That was a spectacular hold from NiP. I really like that. Twist can't even do anything. He swings in for it. Not a lot of money again on Team Liquid, but NiP, the utility usage from both teams was actually superb. I thought NiP did a great job of setting things up, getting into the bomb site. Liquid's counter utility delayed long enough for those smokes to clear even, but just phenomenal play after the fact of making sure everything is secure. And this is the dangerous NiP that we're getting today, which is a wonderful sign.
Yeah, they seem the adjustment is so good right now because they already lost a couple of rounds early on when they were getting that bomb denied, and they just made sure that's not going to happen this time. Well, let's wait it out. Let's make sure we don't, rush in to try and get a bomb plant and suddenly get stopped. Yeah, he got whack-a-mole, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He hasn't lost the game just yet. Klopski, covered by Rez. That's pretty heads up, considering they just saw one small sign of aggression.
I mean, at this point, if you're NiP, you're just thinking, they could just do this everywhere. Let's really remind ourselves the start of every round. They're a little bit crazy. 3 men at the A ramp for the Liquid side, which leaves Twist alone in the middle. Well, not anymore, though. That's a quick turnaround.
This slow play that NiP is doing is really effective when they're, as we mentioned a couple times, doing all the right fundamental things with utility and clearing corners and just being aware of the possibilities. So, Liquid getting beat up a little bit at the moment. This is going to give NiP the lead, 5-4, as they take over the B bomb site. Lekro's coming in a bit late with the bomb, but no danger.
No, none at all. No rifles being dropped on the ground or anything for NiP, so shouldn't even be a chance here for Liquid to make their way out of this round with much of anything. It's a good medium-range shot there for Stewie. But again, the rifle, they can't really get it, which I think would be the big win at this point in time.
Yeah, that'd be about the only win. They're going to be hurting even with that saved creek previously. There's not a lot of money spread out across Team Liquid.
Yeah, NiP really... I mean, it's fun when you see them, sort of 3 days in a row like this, and you get to follow a little bit how they're improving over time, and it's good. We talked about how they had to make their own legacy in a way, Now everyone from that original lineup isn't there anymore, so something else has to happen. Oh, Stewie.
Ooh.
Oh, they tried.
I like that. What a great idea.
Oh man,
5-4.
That's amazing. I'm kind of warming up a little bit to Vertigo when you see stuff like that. You think, all right.
We'll see more of it as it goes on, as it gets more planned. But yeah, those are for fun. That's the unique thing to have that Vertigo has. I agree with you. I think the NiP story of these 3 days has just gotten more and more interesting because it has been improvement from day 1 to day 2, and day 2 to day 3. They look like at least they're starting out with that kind of confidence that they had to build into themselves in the MIBR series. So
That's all you can do, isn't it? Just laugh. Oh.
that's nice.
Yeah, they're fired up now. I like it. 4-1 right now, 4-5.
Well,
NiP leading.
They've got the op out on Stewie as well. And he likes to be aggressive with it. He likes to make some plays, so we'll see what he's got in store for us. But I believe this is the first AWP we've seen on the defensive side, the first time they've really been able to afford it. And he's got it towards the A-bomb site. Lekro and Twist could be victims.
He's at least a little bit forward, but not the full-on just running into the wall kind of aggression that Liquid were throwing at NiP earlier at that A-ramp. When actually they'll find a kill. Twist taking down a Liege. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's a leash getting caught when you have an AWP that wants to be aggressive there as well. And that's going to thin out the defense a little bit. Nitro still has eyes on mid, but he's got to be far back. He's not necessarily defending that part of the map, just kind of spotting. And this is unique. Liquid with 2 players at this B bomb site, pretty solidly committed. Usually we've seen just Twist anchoring it all by himself.
Might be a surprise to NiP because once you've already got the first kill and you're playing 4 on 5, you're probably not expecting for there to be 2 at B. That seems more likely if it was a 5-man setup for Liquid, but
what allows it is Stewie's angle. He's got
Yeah.
all the information down the ramp, so that's what's allowing them to keep 2 players here, and it's a perfect call. It's the best call you can have at this point. Nitro's probably going to have to keep an eye on mid for a second, but he'll need to hustle over at some point.
Twist moving up to try and help out Naf. That FAMAS, the flank gets in. The timing is amazing. And Naf with a double. Twist will pick up one as well, and he's looking for the final one, dropping the bomb at the end. That was so well coordinated. They caught them right as they were sort of checking one angle, and then it just all collapses on them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That crossfire was set up perfectly, and it's a great timing for it. This is brutal. There's no way to really defend it. You could see, I believe that was Knock who was leading the way up that,
Yeah.
which is pretty consistent with what he's been doing this map. But I mean, he was just turning back to Naf after checking to the right, and he was very confused who to aim at.
It's a very, very important round for Liquid. Started it, again, just get any money on the board at all that they can, and tying up the scoreline in the meantime. Ooh, we could see over somehow, or maybe just guess. Regardless, it's a kill on Stewie. Plopsky will go down immediately afterwards, and Twist jumping a little bit. That's a dangerous jump to be making.
I think it's a fight he doesn't want to mess with. An angle of the CT with the Krieg is pretty brutal. Nice shot from Twist. Him and Naf are going to start getting aggressive, and it looks like they might actually boost over. They might be able to clear out mid. Lekro is unsuspecting. He's going to be a free kill. Oh, maybe not as free as I thought, but he does get it in the end.
And now you almost just have to move here. The game is kind of up. They know you're not in the middle anymore. Twist goes down 4 versus 2 at the moment. Nork and Rez. What do you do when you're in this position? They really don't have a lot to work with. They need a quick bomb plant, and they need to fall back and try and see if they could fight it out. Molotov is going to be a bit late to actually stop the plant, and maybe even have gone a little bit further than they were expecting. And they did manage to get a little bit out of that fire zone to begin with, so now it's down to the aim, but Liquid still have a lot of tools, so they could probably bomb them out in some of these corners. Rez moving up a bit closer to the box, and Liquid just getting all of their players in order right now. They're a little bit slower than I was expecting. Rez eventually going down. The flank might be not needed at all as Knock goes down, but actually that took a lot longer than I was getting really worried at the end there for Liquid.
Yeah, they were buying some time for Twist to come into that flank. He had the Molotov as well, so he could have used it for sandbags if they needed at the end, but that did get a little bit dicey. That was a round, though, that NiP went away from what got them in this position, that got them the lead in the first place. That was a round where Liquid was offered up plenty of their own individual duels. Twist had one at that B ramp or the B stairs. There was plenty over at the A bomb site. Naf is able to find that, but if you're NiP, go back to that great use of the Molotovs, of the smokes. Your utility usage has been on point this game. Likely just a round where they just tested the waters and tried something different, but they got pretty beat up.
Plopsky might be in a little bit of a dangerous position. That's, again, early aggression out of Liquid. The Twist will find that one. Could have maybe even walked into the crosshairs of Naf in that position, so we often see that one player that just has to play those B stairs alone, and it just never seems to be easy.
Oh, it helps a lot when you have a creek. He's loving that life right now. And obviously, Twist, one of the most precise aimers we have. His doppelganger on NiP. Twist working up a ramp at the moment. Stewie's just backed away, and it looks like he wants to be pretty aggressive with it.
He's being allowed to walk quite far off this ramp. Twist. Is it going to be a surprise? That's an amazing flick to take down Stewie. He got so far into it, and well, now, what does Nitro do in this position? They're holding it.
He's just holding. He's got a rotation from Elige, but that's taken some eyes off mid. NAF is still watching from CT spawn. Lekro and Nok with the bomb. Oh, excuse me. That's beneath. They're just walking right up to the ramp.
Yeah, they're getting there. So they're all going to be able to hit that bomb site all at the same time. They have 2 smokes and a Molotov and some flashbangs to follow it up. So they could definitely do a lot to make sure that bomb is going to be going down. Smoke, Rez, with a little bit of a grenade. He's going to go for the fight, Nitro. He had to, otherwise he was getting sandwiched in. That's some heads-up play. 19 seconds on the clock, and Twist is down as well. And suddenly, they're just falling apart here, NiP, right at the end of the round. The bomb being attempted. Can he flank out? Nitro trying to guess, but he gets shot from a bomb. Lekro taking him down. And suddenly it's a 2-on-2, but they are low on health. And Twist coming up from behind, once again flanking. Lekro shouldn't have much of a chance, but he still gets the headshot. And now, Spelling back around the corner. Bit of a smoke. He tries to go for the spray, and Twist will take him down. Man, that is scary. A triple kill for Twist, but that could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, and these are really hard-fought rounds for Team Liquid. NiP's doing a great job. A near clutch there, and even the opportunity for Lekro to land that shot. Again, a second flank from Twist, though. You're exactly right. Nitro played that so well. Pushing in down that hall, getting that one kill, and realizing, I mean, that just kind of makes the point of attack just one direction. You don't have to worry about that flank, that choke point, which is a beautiful thing for Liquid to have. I think they may have pounced and tried to stop this bomb plant. I don't think necessarily they needed to do it. That's a small criticism, though, but I guess nitpicking is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, but that whole round was down to that, wasn't it? Like tiny little margins. Yeah, that's hard to deal with if you're NiP. Almost could have made that work. 7-5. So Liquid are in the lead, and NiP actually are out of money in spite of getting some bomb plants in some of these rounds. Not able to put together a full buy here. No AWP though for Team Liquid. Not really feeling that at the moment, I guess.
No, I mean, they had Stewie had 2 rounds with it, I think.
Yeah.
It didn't really get them a whole lot. It had 1 round where it provided information and maybe just a weapon they've just decided to go. They're having money issues themselves, so just maybe not ready to invest in it quite yet. This round against Deagles. Remember, Lekro had that fantastic Deagle round early on that set NiP up to reset the economy very early and got them probably 2 or 3 rounds on top of it.
I'm just playing it very safely, which, again, if you're playing up against these pistols, I mean, we already saw what happened earlier when you were against that one Deagle from Lekro. There's not much of a reason to give them that chance again. Just try and play it safe and let them come to one of the bomb sites.
Yeah, especially with such a utility advantage. Nitro's going to be tested again, and he's going to stand up to the task one more time. 3 kills in the round for him, and Stewie finishes them all off. 8-5, Liquid securing a lead for the first half. 4 in a row as well for the defense.
They've had some rounds. There's that one round where Twist is walking in the A-bomb site to take down Stewie just a couple of rounds ago, and then Nork over at the B-bomb site. I mean, I wonder how many of those NiP can have where they don't try and set it up as much, but just sort of rely on the aim of some of those players, because that seems to be really, really effective. And can't do it every round, obviously, but throw one in every once in a while.
Ooh, that's a nicely timed nade to slow things down. Still, the Molotov is going to give Rez cover. Wants to fight again, this time not just with the Deagle. Nitro waiting around the other corner, but he can't win that. Rez is down very low, and Stewie's going to try and take advantage of it. Oh, but he just gets a bit slowed down. He comes back, and now he's got to hold on at a whole new angle. Utility out as well.
And he's just waiting back here. Lekro now has to stick around and see if he could maybe spot him out. The Molotov, and Lekro fighting inside of it. Stewie will win that fight easily. So they kind of got onto the bomb site, but they kept having to worry about that flank down at the left, and that just is not going to be a good time. Stewie with a good triple in that round. 9-5.
Yeah, when Liquid's playing that passive kind of setup at the A bomb site, that whole way becomes the priority of the defense, is making sure that's always secured. You could see Stewie stepping up as soon as Nitro went down. They're emphasizing that kind of angle, that control, an easier one-on-one fight to find right there, which plays to their strength, and you can just dish out utility into the sky as well.
5 rounds on the T side of Vertigo. That could be a little bit of an issue. I mean, it's obviously something, but a little bit of, I think, an involuntary jump. Popsky still wins the fight against NAF. Both of them shooting over the smoke. A lot of chaos.
Yeah, and look at the opening. Look at this aggression from NiP. They've had this kind of position in mid quite a number of times, and this time there's not enough players on the board for Liquid to boost anyone over to clear this out. I think just by map positioning, Lekro's in such a strong position. He gets that kill in CT spawn. And Liquid this round disheveled. No idea what's going on, and all the map is controlled by NiP.
Stewie with a flank. If Elise can stand tall, and he can. A triple spray down. He almost had the other one, and they don't worry about this flank. Surely they're not looking for this right now. They just want that bomb plant. He almost takes the face right off of Plopsky. Goes for a secondary follow, but it's not enough. Rez will finish the round, and NiP will come out. They could have lost that round 9-6, but they should have. I mean, they should be very, very glad that it's not 10-5.
Yeah, Elige did everything he could to keep him in that. That triple kill was a thing of beauty. If Stewie gets that first kill, he's able to play that completely different, and it changes. Solid half from both teams as Liquid recovered from an early reset. We're heading to a break, and then we'll have the conclusion of Vertigo.
You deserve that one off.
Yeah.
If there's time, we will pick that dart up.
There we go.
He's making you guys look. This is
He's making us look like amateur.
He was sandbagging in practice.
Oh, it fell out the target. We'll count it though. We'll count it. That one just fell out the target. It was a 15 though.
Yeah.
There is camera proof of that. We got 45 seconds. Do you want to? We should reframe this dart because we let Fallen do that.
Okay.
So let me find a dart.
This guy don't need another chance.
I think it is done now. Yeah.
Which one should I go
Right,
for?
catch. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
You've got 31 seconds left, so
Which one should I go for?
X, the X one. You hit the X, you win the game.
go for the that one there in the middle.
In the middle? Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe a 10-pointer. Might be easier.
Okay.
Easy. Okay, pause the timer.
He was hiding.
Yeah. He was sandbagging the whole time.
That was every day. Let's have a little count.
I think I had one here, no?
So this one fell out, but it definitely hit. I'm fairly sure we will have instant replay going now. So that's 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 85 points. And did you hit any barrels?
Yeah, one.
So it was 80.
You hold the chicken now, my man.
I'm confident that was 80, which is very, very impressive. The last player is going to be Rez.
Let's go Sweden.
Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.
back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Liquid and NiP here at a best of 3, starting off on Vertigo, and it's the second half coming up. And I'm kind of warming up to this NiP team. They're playing a better game than I think they were on day 1. Certainly day 2 is looking better. But they are also playing against Team Liquid, which has such an outrageous amount of firepower. So 9-6, I mean, that's not a devastating scoreline if you're NiP, but it could have been way more, actually. I think they could have had a couple of more rounds here.
I think the most surprising thing about this NiP team is that it's NOC leading the way. We talked about who's going to be the one who steps into Forest's shoes in terms of his ability to create opportunities and options for your teammates on the map. And I don't think anyone really thought that NOC was going to be the one to do it, but he's 16-11 right now, and he's had just a great weekend overall for his inaugural weekend with the team. 9-6. And on the T side, Liquid, pretty fast pace towards the A bomb site. There's going to be aggression on both sides, though, and these USPs at this range could come out on top. Here it is, Naps close enough, but good headshots from Lekro and Rez, and Lekro's going to build. Twist does respond, at least forces them back, but they're a man down.
Yeah, that's very similar to what Liquid were doing on that ramp, just trying to get that fight and use the USP as range, as you said. That's not a bad idea. The smoke goes up behind Rez and almost peeks into certain death there. That could have been very dangerous. A Molotov that I'm guessing Liquid would have loved to have used with everyone still alive, but I mean, 2 is what they have, so they've created a bit of space now. They need a bomb plant before this all goes away, or it's going to get even worse, isn't it? Every single member of NiP on the other side of that smoke, and they're going to fall back just as it fades. Nitro almost getting caught there. That could have been the end of him already. In fact, they're going to be double peeking him, and Twist just shooting away. He's got a few more bullets. He makes it around the corner. That's hard to believe, but he still goes down to Rez, and NiP will save the day. That was close, but winning that pistol, that could make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, what an absolute brawl for this bomb site, and Liquid almost pulls it off. But again, I mean, I like the aggression from NiP, peeking down, getting the information, and not being scared to continue those fights. Lekro has a great pistol on the opening 2 kills down that ramp. The only person who's able to get much done at all is Twist with his Glock. Unfortunately, you mentioned Nitro almost got caught. He did kind of get caught because he wasn't able to get fully away and into safety. He was stuck along that wall.
I mean, if they could have both got back around that corner.
Then one stays at the corner and the other one goes around to the ramp, and that crossfire is tough to deal with the USPs.
Yeah, close one, though, on for both teams in some sense. NiP buying into the round with only the one SMG there on Nork, so really not wanting to take it. They could probably guess that Liquid were going to go a bit aggressive in this one with the bomb plant and with the amount of kills they got. It does help. Well, it's slightly improved for NiP in the odds department, so not a lot, but
I mean, it's getting better, and it's reflecting how close this map actually is. 9-7, just 2 rounds separating the teams, and NiP actually looking pretty darn good today so far. Elige going to lead the way with the Kriegs. This is the next challenge, having these Kriegs peeking up into the bomb site and just going for duels. And you can see NiP, I mean, they don't have a whole lot of utility. Want to hold on to it as much as possible. Nock has a full set still at this bomb site.
Finally, maybe seeing someone. Stewie just having a presence there. I mean, the Molotov and the Scout, but not a lot.
Rez and Lekro are getting aggressive, though.
Yeah.
They're pushing to try and find some kind of information, so they'll have a very fast flank. 4 players to the B bomb site. It's Plopsky, and he doesn't have to do anything. He can actually just back away. With this flank coming in, as long as he survives in this hit, he can be a very effective piece to keep their attention gathered, but Twist picks him off.
That's a strong kill, and see if that Frank is actually going to be doing much of anything. Lekro coming into it here with the M4. Rez gets a kill, but he doesn't look all the way, and that might be a little bit of trouble. He does get one more in the end, and Rez, no, he can't complete it. This is a huge issue now. A 1 versus 2 with the bomb already down, and Nork sneaking in, revealing his position here with the FAMAS, and Nitro could just be baiting him out. He doesn't actually fight him, just buy time and let him try and see if he could find you around that. Finally goes for it, and Nitro will get the headshot. But even just a time bought for Nitro, there is some heads-up play.
Everything in that round from Liquid. I mean, when they're attacking that bomb site and you have the flank coming in, you have someone boosted up, and you just killed someone in the site, that's a pretty hectic time for the communication and figuring out exactly where everyone is. And Liquid has to juggle the aggression because there's players on low HP. They do it perfectly to eliminate both players on the flank.